my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Superior style.
Wait. Calm down.
Against McConnell. Pick and roll. Moran.
Back to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Climbs the ladder. Oh my!
Loizaga.
Right shot. Oh, what a pick. Quick to the bag. Throw the first down. Oh, next set. I will not let you destroy my
That's my exit.
Acknowledges the bloodline.
It's about that time, y'all. Welcome, settle in, and welcome to a very special press conference WrestleMania 40 edition recap. Y'all, yes, welcome. You see, I am not alone. Yes, I am Devin, the Hillbilly, aka your tribal chief of podcasting. But with me is Juv The Grandsire is in the building.
What's happening, player? Thank you for having me, man.
Man, what's going on? How you feeling, brother?
Oh, the adrenaline is high. There's a natural high. There's something in the air. There's energy in the air. Some would say it's electrifying.
Woo, well, we had a very great pre-game conversation before we went live.
Yes, we did.
So we are going to have, I know we're going to have a great conversation for this press conference recap. And of course, we're going to touch a little other topics too that happen in the professional wrestling in this great, crazy professional wrestling week that we have. But as you come in, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that follow. All right. But if you like all this glorious content, like this pro wrestling, like this gaming, and we got some good watch along content, like that reach your Amazon Prime. All right. Or you go ahead and check it out on the bloodlineent.com for your pleasure. Speaking of for your pleasure, real quick, make sure, all right, I have a very important now. Make sure you take advantage of the merch, okay? That is the announcement. We got coffee cups, we got phone cases, we got stickers, we got tanks, t-shirts, and of course, we got beach towels. That's right. Get your ass off that hot ass sand. I ain't read the numbers. I ain't seen the statistics. People are literally burning their ass on their hot ass sand. Don't do it. Don't be a statistic. So I ain't read the numbers. I ain't got the numbers behind it. I ain't got the analytics, statistics. Okay? Don't do it. Because if you ain't gonna heed my warning. You got a 3-step process. First, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna trend your ass on the X app. Then I'm gonna trend your ass on the Instagram app. Then I'm gonna put you in my glorious merch commercial this summer with my son. I'm gonna make you famous. Okay, because you decided not to heed my warning and burn your ass on a hot ass sand. Take advantage. The bloodlineent.com/store for your pleasure. Now let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Miss Elements, can you take care of the music for me, please? Miss Elements, dear, would you be a sweetheart? Yes. A smidget more. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Miss Elements. We got Miss Elements in the building. She gonna be our chat mod for the duration of this live stream. And we got the chat blowing up. And before we get started, I gotta see who we got in the chat. Of course, we got the Bloodline sister. We got Courtney, aka Queen of the Chat, aka the Wonder Woman, aka your head of the table when it comes to this awesome Discord community. Get your ones up for Courtney, the Wonder Woman. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, of course. Yes. Get those ones up. Yes, I love that. Those are custom emotes here at Devin the Tribal Chief, here at the Twitch channel. If you want to partake in these custom one emotes, of course, you can subscribe here at Devin the Tribal Chief for the Bloodline Entertainment Network. And you can, of course, take pleasure of this glorious emotes. And who else? We have a new one. We got first time in the chat. Crew C Blade, what's going on? I like that emote. Very different. Okay, what's going on? Get your ones up for Crew C Blade. Okay. Hey, Mike De Niro over there in the Twitch. Oh, the Twitter stream, the X app. We got Mike De Niro in the building. Okay. We got Hey Crew, West, welcome. Yo, what it is, Dizzle. Oh, what's going on? How you feeling? Welcome to the show. Of course, we got the Facebook admin over there on the Bloodline Entertainment Network wrestling group. We got Spencer Hammond. Get your ones up. And a fellow Tribal Chief accolade, too. He says 5 years for the Tribal Chief. 5 years for the Tribal Chief. Of course, hashtag forever champ for me. We're going to get to you, bro. We're going to get to you.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, man.
I love it.
Wow. Yes, if you missed out on this great press conference, it was a doozy. It was a doozy. And this is what I have to say to all the people that was crying about we want Cody. What about Cody's story? Cody!
To Cody Crybabies, and these are grown-ass men. And Cody got to finish his story. He had to finish his story.
Yes, the Cody Crybabies. We're gonna have a great time on tonight's live stream. Yeah. We had a great pregame. We had a great conversation, just talking about life and pro wrestling. And man, it was great. It was great.
Yes,
and just to get back to you, sir. Welcome. I think is this the first time me and you combination? First time ever?
I think it probably has been me and our partners, us and our partners. I think it's just first time, one-on-one, man.
First time one-on-one.
Yeah,
I got the Grandsire in the building. Now, if you don't know, I dubbed him the Grandsire because he was the genesis of this journey of that you see right now. There will be no bloodline. There will be graphics. There will be no me talking to y'all, to the viewers right now. There will be not me on the podcast.
Oh man,
none of that unless this man right here.
Heavy words, man.
If we didn't meet almost damn near 10 years ago,
facts.
A great conversation
Facts.
About professional wrestling that led into podcasting.
Duh.
And look now. So that's why
we are.
The Grandsire, sir. With
my
the
man. My man. Good to see you, dog. Thank you for having me on, man. What's some royalty checks looking like? Is my name anywhere in that foundational paperwork? We can talk about it. We can talk about it later.
Yeah. We can talk about it. Yeah. So in that OG. Oh man.
Fine print.
We got a little hell. We got a little hell coming.
I hear that. Okay.
Y'all hear it? Y'all pick it up?
Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah, that's no one knocking. No, ain't no one. No, we
That's
got a little hell, little crazy weather, little crazy. It was a nice day today, 60 degrees, but okay,
They don't know what it wants out
Chicago. We're gonna do some hell, mix it in. But yeah, man, let's get started. Let's get started,
man.
First of all, we had this lovely press conference tonight that kicked it off. Great panel that we had too. Pre-game that includes CM Punk. Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, Big E, CM Punk. And you had Michael Cole leading, and the way Michael Cole was emceeing it, the way just the ebb and flows, the way they together emceeing the whole press conference, I should say. I guess it just worked out, man. So what's your thoughts, bro? I'm looking to hear it.
We if you haven't already, you got to give Michael Cole your flowers. Like it was hard enough him following up Jim Ross, but yeah, one's up for Michael Cole. Like I've been watching a lot of Manias and leading up to WrestleMania season, And I think this is like about to be his like 26th, 27th Mania. And like he's called at least 20 of them, right? You gotta, you have to get his flowers. Like that's the guy. He everything he does is gold now. He moderates great. It was awesome.
Yes, and you know what? And I used to think at times the way he would commentate, it didn't feel authentic.
Yeah.
But now I guess the color commentaries that he's paired up with, they brought another element out of him. They brought that authenticity out.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee, Wade Barrett,
Corey
Graves as well.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job of all pulling out what they was able to get that passion out instead of just making him seem like he was just reading some cue cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bro. But yeah, good call, bro. Good call.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is like we don't know about all the pre-production stuff, the behind the scenes production aspects. Like it just feels like there's a certain looseness in Michael Cole. Like he's a veteran, but he's off the leash as a veteran too. So I think it's shining in everything he does for sure.
Oh yes. He can do his own thing. Now you see that he's paired up with Pat McAfee to run the A show.
Yeah.
For Monday Night Raw. And I think he did a great job of grooming Corey Graves to be the play-by-play of, hey, all right, you're the next guy up. Usually I was carrying both shows for the longest, bro.
Yeah.
The longest.
Yeah, had him everywhere.
Yeah. Now Corey Graves, hey, you and Wade Barrett, y'all go be y'all hater team. I love it too. The hater commentary.
It's true.
Both
true.
Just hating together.
Yeah. Hey.
Right. I got that clip. I'm gonna load that up. We're gonna be loading that.
Straight up.
Stay ready with the clip. So I got
Yes, sir.
Chamber, man. But I think, shout out to the Michael Cole of the way he commentate, the way he groomed, the way he leads, that hey, he got the next man up, Corey Graves now. So I think we're looking good now on the commentary side when it comes to WWE, man.
And with the press conference, he had like every type of personality to bounce off of as well.
Oh, yes.
Like he had Pat McAfee, the kind of edgy but like excited personality.
Yeah.
He had Big E, the charming, funny, but knows how to play his role, eloquent guy who could turn the charm on anytime. He had CM Punk, the polarizing voice of the voiceless, with the edgy commentary. CM Punk has some bars in there that if you know, you know.
Yeah. He's talking about them other guys.
The other guys, right? So like it was Cole leading all of these really dope personalities that they all knew how to build off of each other. It was great.
Hell yeah, great. Yeah, once again, like you said, man, just great calls of what Michael Cole can do.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wifey in the building. Yes, aka my number one fan, my heart, my moon, my stars, my everything is in the building. Get your ones up for Wifey.
I'll drink to that.
What's going on, Wifey? Yes, there we go. Drink to that. Saying Queen Courtney saying we don't count him. Oh, we got Get Your Podcast. Okay, local Chicago brethren in the building saying what's good, what's going on, fellas, how you feeling? And they say, keep my daddy name out your mouth with the slap. Yeah, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. Woo, man, the Rock, Rocky, Hollywood Rocky, Hollywood Rocky, maybe you got. I don't know. He coming back.
He understand the assignment, don't he?
He does.
Don't he? Damn.
Yeah.
They got us.
Yeah. He let you know. He's like, you know what? I'm a hashtag Cody Crybabies. All right.
I didn't see that clip until they were talking about it at the beginning of the press conference. Like I didn't know he was on Pat McAfee. So he was planting. I didn't catch it. Yeah. So he was planting seeds from this morning of what tonight was about to be.
Yeah, he was like, man, I'm about to be on one right now. I'm like, fuck what y'all talking about. Because right now, I don't give a fuck about those Cody Crybabies.
I'm not making myself clear. I don't give a fuck.
Big facts.
All right. I'm a promise. I'm a get back to the chat, but for the sake of time, we're gonna keep this flow of this, I should say, this show going on the road. So yeah, early thoughts for me. I thought, like I said, hey, it was energy from beginning to end. I enjoyed Bianca Belair coming out. I enjoyed. Hold on, Rhea Ripley. She want all the smoke.
Always on top.
Yep. And I see the story that she's doing. Her story is not really, and I talked about this earlier on the watch long. I said she don't really have a rivalry story going on. Her story at all is like, I'm about to insert my dominance because I'm about to beat bitches down. That is my story. Beat bitches down until one of y'all decide to rise up. And right now, ain't nobody gonna do that. So I think, for WrestleMania, we're gonna get like a triple threat match, something, another form of a match, showing her dominance once again. Because I see the gameplay that they're doing. She's been in these multi-women matches, but she's been looking strong in these multi-women matches as well. Yeah.
You don't see the. I think they've been telegraphing Becky and Rhea since before the Rumble. You think they're going to add to that, or what you think?
I think so too, but man, that's a good question. But just based off from what I've seen so far, I do see a little behind the scenes. Like, hey, look what we got cooking right here. Yeah, we got Becky Lynch. Even though, hey, Nia said, hey, you ain't who you think you are. Right. You're not her. All right, I'm her. All right, so. You can't forget about Nia. So I think Nia, the bloodline, is going to be part of that WrestleMania match somehow.
Okay. Yeah. So you think there were what shenanigans at Chamber? It's Rhea and Nia Jax Elimination Chamber.
Ooh. Oh yeah, it is right. I forgot about that. It is Nia and
in Australia, home country.
Damn, you just keep on going just down this
hole.
Yup.
Down the hole.
Yeah, I ain't even done yet. Not done yet, sir. Good call. I might have to detour from what I just said.
We're on the road to Mania. There's so many paths,
right. You know what? International PLE, possible main event for her, home country. Yeah. I don't see no shenanigans for that. I see like strong ass thumping.
Facts. Mommy on top.
Exactly. Oh man. All right, so let's get started, man, for the press conference recap. And I think we just need to get straight to the meat. All right. Forget all about the fucking sides. Straight to the meat. Straight to about I guess this all talks about, all the Cody crybabies and everything is all sum it all up in this story that we're getting that is still talked about if being one of the greatest professional wrestling stories ever. The Bloodline story. All right. And believe we went through a little cooling period, but now all the burners are on. Pressure cooker.
Dog.
Sound the alarm.
Dog.
The Rock came in, set the picture, and he was like, yo, here's a trailer of what's things to come. Here's my family right here. It starts at the top between his father and my grandfather. Basically, hey, brothers, blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they did something like this. This is usually
something like that. I think that's last time I was at the meetings.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
At the meeting?
Last time I was. There's been a minute.
I'm thinking. At the meetings they hold elbows.
I'm behind on membership dues.
Right. I think it's something like that. And just to sum it all up, man. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts right now of Rock plugging himself in and saying this is not even the tip of the iceberg?
I got to start here.
Okay.
As I look directly into the camera.
Go ahead.
Dear pro wrestling, you beautiful bitch. You delicious, agonizing, aggravating, intoxicating, succulent bitch. You did it again. you did it again. How? I don't know. You did it again. Me and you were talking about the greatness of pro wrestling in 2023, 2024.
Yes.
That now more than ever, WWE especially knows how to use the internet for themselves. Right? Rock be understanding the assignment, man. Every time I want to doubt him. Every time. So there's so much meat on the bone, dog. I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. So much meat.
The Rock, he said, fuck the dirt sheets. Thank you, Rock, for being a fan of Fuck the Dirt Sheets. This is for everybody that's just so like, hey, Metzler said this, Sean Rapp said this behind the dirt or behind the scenes. Cody said, I didn't pay attention to none of that. Like, I didn't, because that's how I'm able to enjoy wrestling. That's how I'm able to get lost. That you say in this art that's called professional wrestling.
Yeah.
All right. Now, WWE has caught on of, hey, let's use the dirt sheets against them. Okay. Since they think they know the booking. Right. They think they're the smart fans. Let's use their own intellect against them. And this is the outcome.
Yeah.
And I love it. Because this is just me.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Yeah. Not me. Not me, bro. It's I don't even know where you want to start, because
let's start from the beginning, from The Rock. Well, yeah. Actually, let's start from the beginning of Seth Rollins coming out, and he was getting ready to introduce Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
All right. And, hey, this was perfect, though. This was perfect, and I loved it because, hey, it shocked the hell out of me. Yeah. All right, because Seth Rollins giving this great speech, he was ending with Cody Rhodes. All of a sudden, Tribal Chief music hit.
Oh. Fuck all that.
He comes out. He comes out. He ain't with all that shit. Like, nah, man. Nah, fuck all that. Matter of fact, this ain't about Cody. This is about me. So I'm going to make my decision, and I'm going to pick. He waited. He said The Rock, and I was like, hell yeah. I respected, man. My respect just went up even more because my tribal chief was like, I'm going to face The Rock, man.
Dog.
Tribal chief, man. He said, I want him. He want the money match.
Looking at Roman Reigns, right? Because there's so much talk. You could talk about Seth Rollins, and we'll get to every character in this chapter, right? Roman Reigns was on the verge of looking like the third wheel, a la Shawn Michaels in Mania 14, a la Randy Orton in Mania 24. He was on the verge because The Rock is The Rock. People want Cody to finish the story. Roman Reigns to some people, Roman Reigns is just the guy who's going to hand over the title, regardless of who he faces, right? At the beginning, before the press conference started, Paul Heyman is so good at this. He did that interview backstage with Byron Saxton. The Tribal Chief's mood, his mood. This is all about who gets to face the Tribal Chief. So he laid it out there. Roman Reigns was starting to look like the third wheel. They did a great job of him becoming more of a focal point of this entire thing. If we want to dig deeper, I think he chose The Rock for the family reasons, but also he chose The Rock because The Rock is the easy out. He knows where Cody's at. He knows Cody's determination. He was at Mania last year. It was that close. So there's so many reasons I think he chose a Rock. But again, Roman was on the way of being a third wheel, and they did a great job correcting that.
Great call for it. Like, yeah, it did. Well, I can never treat my tribal chief as
No doubt.
But maybe in other eyes, non-believers, so to speak, maybe they was feeling it as Roman was the third wheel, but not my tribal chief. Hashtag.
No doubt. For sure.
All right. Let's talk about another piece that people are missing too, that people are not really talking about. That, you saw on last week, Friday, because, well, let me just go back up, rewind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
As Cody Rhodes freshly just won the 2024 Royal Rumble. He's back-to-back Royal Rumble winners. He comes out, he's getting ready to say the challenger, Seth Rollins, interrupts. He comes out begging, please pick me. You don't want the Hollywood title. That's the political title. All right, that's the Hollywood title. They even did a video package like the following week for it. He was like, that's the. And I thought I'm like, okay, this is like borderline disrespectful. But it was like, okay, they threw Ultimate Warrior on there. I was like, I don't know. What are we doing?
Right.
I was like, bro, I get it. He wasn't really a workhorse, but still, he was a showman. You gotta put respect on that. But he was like, do you want the Ultimate Warrior, or you want the Ric Flair title?
Yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah.
you bastard. This is how I felt.
Brother, what's that?
I'm like, I'm not feeling that. But my tribal chief, of course, he addressed that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yes, it's time to address my little brother, Seth Rollins. Oh, what? What's that? Yeah, no cheer? No cheer?
Exactly, no pop.
I was like, wow. We're starting there? Okay. All right. And he was like, man, you can't be the guy dressing your wife's clothes. Come on, man. Let's be real. He was just, I felt like this was like comic view. Like
they gonna get enough throwing shots at Becky Lynch.
No, he even mentioned it there. Like, look at you coming out here in your wife's shoes.
In your wife's shoes. You know what I'm saying? The pants to the shoes. They did have Christmas bows on them. They did have happy birthday bows on them. Seth Rollins, great promo from Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
If we're looking at it from Seth Rollins's point of view now, before, and this is before, the new happenings of Dwayne. This is before Dwayne. I could look at it as if, Seth Rollins means all of that stuff, but also Seth Rollins is 0-3 against Cody Rhodes. Yes. So he might lure him in. He can't lure him in with the prize of beating him because he beat him 3 times already. But if he uses the legacy, he uses that aspect to lure him in. Seth Rollins finds a way to finally get that win back.
Yeah.
Along with everything else that he was saying. Yeah. I also think, again, before Dwayne came, that all the reasons that Seth Rollins was giving to Cody Rhodes would actually be reasons that Cody Rhodes would want to choose Roman Reigns. Because if Seth Rollins is the workhorse, he's been doing all of this for this title. Cody Rhodes could take it upon himself to be the guy to get rid of the Hollywood guy. And now we have 2 workhorses. Right. If all that stuff Seth said is true, then Cody gets a chance to correct the history and put the company right in line, get rid of the other Hollywood guy. You got 2 workhorses trying to out-workhorse each other.
It's a lot of ways we can go with the story.
Yeah. And this is all before Dwayne. Yeah.
But I believe, like I said, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
The guy that's nobody's really paying attention to right now. I believe we need to start paying attention to him right now. Because
this is an accident.
Exactly. Why is the tribal chief addressing this right away? That's the first thing on his to-do list.
Yeah.
He was told, Wise Man, all right, I need to check this motherfucker. All right, Wise Man. He was like, yes. I don't like recaps. You know this. You know I don't like recaps. And he made that brother recap. So that's what he had to do. So, but where do we think we're going with Seth Rollins right now with this title? What do you think we're trying to do? Are we trying to add prestige? What he's trying for this title in a way?
Absolutely.
So what are we trying to do then?
I think on one hand, we're adding prestige to the title by Roman Reigns acknowledging it, even if he's acknowledging it disrespectfully.
Okay.
It's another chip on Seth Rollins' shoulder to elevate this title. Seth Rollins is the Macho Man to Roman Reigns' Hulk Hogan. He's the Randy Orton to Roman Reigns' John Cena. Depending on how you see Shawn and Brett, he's 1B, right? So along with the disrespectful words from his big brother, the disrespectful words for the belt he's holding, and from the guy who's never beaten Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
That chip on the shoulder is huge. So we're giving prestige to the belt, but also, again, Seth Rollins is not an afterthought in this story.
No.
Seth Rollins is an important piece of this story. The same way they're elevating Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins is about to get one hell of a look leading up to Mania.
Yeah.
They got us. They did it. They got us.
They did it. God damn it.
Damn it. They got us again.
Yep. Damn it, they did it again.
Damn it.
Stand on the topic with Seth Rollins because I want to stay on this topic for a little bit because I feel or I think that I don't think anyone's really talking about Seth Rollins.
Nope.
You know, yeah, they talking a little bit, but he is always said this too. I'm sorry, my tribal chief. We've been there. We've been here. You know, I always said this. All right. I got to keep it real at the end of the day. You my tribal chief, though. All right. Seth Rollins has your number. I said it is decided. I know. But 3.5 years. You never beat this fool. What happened to, 2 years ago at Royal Rumble? What happened, bro?
Man.
That man get inside your head because he came out to that Shield song. That's what it was.
You know what I'm saying? Pull up the flak jacket.
Get your pay. Anyway, you see what I mean?
Yes.
There is history.
Yes.
History, rich history between these two that are champions right now.
Yes.
So are they telling a misdirection like, hey, what about these two? Yeah, Rock is cool. Cody maybe beat my tribal chief. Okay, but what about Seth and the tribal chief?
I think.
What's up, Broadcast? Real quick, what's going on, Broadcast? I'm getting out y'all all the way from the future. Also, great content creators too over there on Twitch. Yeah. Get your ones up for the broadcast.
Seth Rollins was on the way to getting a great look anyway, because he was going to be facing. He may not have been involved in the Cody Roman story. He was going to be facing the most polarizing pro wrestling figure in CM Punk. So Seth Rollins was going to get a look, but if we look at it in maybe a morbid kind of way, the CM Punk injury may have been the best thing for Seth Rollins.
Yeah, real talk.
Because he was already going to be facing the hottest name. Here's the thing: the hottest pro wrestling name within the culture in CM Punk. But now Seth Rollins gets to be involved with the biggest movie star in the world. If CM Punk doesn't go down with the injury, yes, he has an amazing story lined up with CM Punk, a match that I was personally geeked for. Right?
Right.
But now CM Punk goes down, he gets to be involved in the Cody Roman Rock story. This is great. This is great.
It's definitely an amazing look for Seth freaking Rollins. Shout out to Get Your. Seth Rollins came out there begging like the Temptation. Facts.
He did, though. He did. Come on, dog.
Right, you a
Come on,
champion, man.
dog.
What you coming out here,
You know
bro?
what I'm
He
saying?
was.
Hey,
You
yeah.
made a video package for this
True.
dude.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to convince them. Then you tagging him on Twitter, on the X app. Hey man,
Right.
bro.
True. Yeah.
My champion doesn't do this.
That's facts. That's
Y'all
facts.
backing the wrong horse. But anyways, Chad getting the kick out of that. Yeah. I like that comment. Get show. All right. I say all the time that Seth steals Becky clothes and shoes. Yeah, they mix and match.
Yeah.
You know,
They
do
mix
something.
and match.
Yeah, maybe a lot of gender neutral clothing in that household. Share the same closet.
Progression.
Yes.
Progression. Progressive household.
It is.
I love it.
It is.
I love it.
Yes. Oh man, we're gonna have a great show tonight.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Great. All right, so let's move it on from shifting gears from Seth Rollins. Now let's move it to The Rock. All right. He came out because the tribal chief called him out. He said, I want to face The Rock. I felt that was a very strong move, worthy of my tribal chief. All right. The Rock came out. He was embracing the love in the air, so to speak. There was a mixture of boos, right? A mixture of cheers. And then as he grabbed the mic and getting ready for his great rendition of Finally, you hear the boos getting louder and louder and louder, and he pulls the mic away. I'm like, oh, you smart motherfucker. he lets it goes on. I'm like, this is professional wrestling right here. I love it.
He fucking killed it. I was so mad. He was killing that shit. Oh my god,
man, bro. I'm like, ooh, I was about to say something like, no, I'll wait, because we're talking. Since we're on The Rock, I'll wait. But The Rock, you know, he's just relishing it. Okay, all right. And they getting louder and louder. He just goes through it. Finally, The Rock has come back to Las Vegas. He says it in that cadence. I tried to do this. I'm sorry, my child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's The Rock.
Oh man.
But he comes out. He's basically, just to sum it all up, he's like, hey, we're going to make some history. And he wants to show the lineage of his family on a big ass fucking graphic. You see the family tree of the bloodline from their grandfathers to all the way you see Naomi. You see Trinity Fatu on there too. And I pointed that out. I was like, oh, that's fucking
hard.
dope. That had Lance Anoy. He's over there on AEW. So, hey, they were showing everybody fucking love over there, from Jacob Fatu, from former ML Dub. So I thought it was great. And I said, hey, do not overlook this. Why are people booing? Look at y'all getting all in your emotions. See, they he know what he doing. No, puppets, I tell y'all. Fucking puppets, man. See, if they would just calm down and just look at it, you will see that he gave you a trailer of things to come. Just to sum it all up. What I got of it, The Rock is not here for a not fucking one and done. He gonna put some stank in this WWE, and he gonna leave a fucking mark.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for this. What's your thoughts on The Rock implementing himself for that press conference and just that whole moment, man? What's your thoughts?
Dog, okay. Where to start? Like I said, The Rock gets the assignment, right? And this is not Rock's first go-round with trying to be a hero and getting booed. It's not his first go-around trying to be a hero with Roman Reigns and getting booed. If y'all remember Royal Rumble 2015, which was in Philly, he raised Roman Reigns' hands and got booed out the building, right? Yes. Rock is so good maybe because he's an actor, but also he has a mind for wrestling. He is so good at Brock Lesnar's good at blurring the line between shoot and work with the physicality. Rock is good at blending work and shoot with the facial reactions.
Yes.
You wonder like how bothered he might actually be. Like he does have that "how dare you boo me" aspect. You know what I'm saying? Dog, I'm Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I was a star of Walking Tall. How do you boo me? How dare you? You know what I'm saying? I was a Scorpion King. You know, I was a Haku Mashente. How do you know what I'm saying? He's really good with the facial expressions of letting you wonder, damn, how much this is work, how much this is shoot, along with the mic skills, right? So in my day-to-day, I do event hosting. I tell my guys all the time, be comfortable in your silence. Speed kills. So one of the things I love about this art form is the crowd control. The crowd's going to do what they want to do. Sometimes you gotta let them get it out of their system. He said, he didn't say anything. He just put the mic to his face.
Right. He didn't say a word yet.
He didn't say a word. And they went crazy. And all he had to do was put the mic back down. And I'm in my kitchen like, fucking did it again. Damn it.
He got y'all.
Damn
he got y'all.
Right.
He was like, oh, this is easy. This is going to be a fucking cakewalk.
Right. And so for me, that's just the initial aspect. But when Rock first got involved, because at this point, I don't care if it's work or shoot. At this point, I think it's all a work now in how they use the internet to get to this point. But the way Rock inserted himself or was inserted, it reeked of a guy, because you got the TKO news, you got Rock being Rock. It reeked of a guy who loves the wrestling business, but may not be all the way aware of what's happening right now.
Okay.
It reeked of a guy that was like, hey, I love this business. They're going to love me because I'm The Rock. And you can put The Rock anywhere and it's going to do business, right? And so this conversation is hard to have with people who aren't like fans, because you talk to a casual fan or a non-fan, they hear The Rock and they're like, yeah, business. And we'll be like, but the story is this. And they're like, they don't get the emotional pull of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now you have a guy who's clearly aware of the story at hand and knows how to roll with whatever the crowd throws at him.
Yes.
Better than probably anybody ever. He knows how to roll with the crowd. So that's that part of it. And there's more. There's more.
We are not done yet.
No.
We are not done yet. But man, this is how WWE is treating the fans right now.
Dance, puppets! Dance!
Facts.
Using your own emotions and this.
They got us.
The lashback, the kickback from The Rock implementing himself into the main event for WrestleMania. They knew that you guys are the keyboard warriors will unite. No, hashtag we want Cody. Hey, make sure you take over Monday Night Raw with the hashtag we want Cody. But what happened?
Dog,
They was already there. Hey, we got the sheets for you. Hey, here you go. Get it. Pass them out. We got them. We print them out. We got 1,000. We're gonna help you out.
They got us. Dog, I'm going to Mania. And when I saw the Rock clips, I'm texting the homies, hey, dog, I might have to start this Cody chant. Like, as wrestling fans, we can be so jaded. And so that's why I don't like to look at a lot of comment sections. Because there's all kind of conversations being had. But me and you, as lifelong fans of this, like, we're on different sides of the spectrum. You're going to roll with whatever the Tribal Chief does. Yeah. Me, I love the Tribal Chief, but I want to see this story. And they got us both invested. They use our jaded natures against us. And now we on this natural high. What is it, 58 days? 58 days?
Yeah, until WrestleMania ends. Just to piggyback on the point of, fans and pro wrestling. Pro wrestling fans, they you always said this, they fucking suck.
They do. I don't really like us.
Yeah, they fucking garbage. You know?
Yeah. We're the worst.
Exactly,
really
bro.
Yeah.
Like, because I get it, because there's just so much fucking complaining in professional wrestling because you don't get what you want. You just can't. I said this early on the show on the watch along. I'm a type of wrestling fan, like whatever happens with my tribal chief hat, you know, I'm down for it. That's why I don't give a fuck. Hey, the tribal chief suck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's what I care. I don't give a fuck what you care, because that's what wrestling is for you. Wrestling is fucking subjective, people. That means I might like something that you won't. He might like something that I won't. Or, you know, it's just whatever wrestling can be. You know, it can be acrobatic. It can be more showman. It can be more technical. But it's professional wrestling. That's why I always said professional wrestling, sports entertainment, it's the same thing. it's all in the same wheelhouse, people.
I feel you.
But I just enjoy the journey of professional wrestling. I enjoy the emotional journey I go on. I'm able to lose myself because I'm having fun with the story. You see the people who see me on the watch alongs. You see how fun I have with wrestling. I'm not much of a critique. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, all this they fucked up. Like, no, I'm just having fun because it's professional wrestling. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have fun with it. You're supposed to feel like a kid. Feel like a kid again. And that's what I do. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I didn't get like this. Or if the tribal chief lose, Papa H, how dare you? I'm gonna send a long 5-page letter. I'm gonna say this sincerely. The real.
I'm so mad y'all call him Papa. Like, I'm so sick that y'all call that man Papa. I'll call him Uncle, maybe cousin H.
not Papa. Nah,
I can't call him man Papa. But big brother H.
Big brother H, but no. That's where you draw the limit. Like, not
but you know,
Papa.
I don't know. My Papa. Papa. But
H.
that's a real thing, right? Because I'm really big on let the story play out. I'm huge on that. I was one of the guys who was like, when Roman beat Cody, I thought that was the right decision.
Yes.
Right? My initial prediction was that that Roman would beat Cody and Cody would get it at SummerSlam. But then on the build to Mania, I was like, no, I think Cody's gonna do it. And then when Roman did it, there was the shock, but I was like, okay, let's go, right? Let's keep building this thing out. But when this Rock thing happened, and I keep saying it's gonna be the theme, they got me.
Yes.
They got me because of my investment in letting the story play out. They've now, and I imagine we're going to talk about Roman's part and Cody's part, but they've now combined Cody's story with the bloodline story. And now those chapters get to interweave toward this bigger book.
Yes.
They did it again.
God damn it, they got us.
They got us. Damn it.
They got us. It's like now, it's like some of these Cody fans, is Cody crybabies. They don't want to see the bigger picture. Now he's even a bigger star because of this.
Yes.
He's even a bigger face because of this.
Yeah.
If you was trying to get him somewhere where you need to get somewhere in that John Cena level, I'll say this. You cut that journey somewhat. Like he's headed in that direction, but now you shorten that journey.
Mm.
All right. Because of The Rock including himself with the best story in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
The bloodline, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, great call of yes, we're getting Cody and the bloodline. We're getting this.
Yep.
We getting this. What my tribal chief say?
I wanted this. I wanted this.
Great. My bloodline says, who is the Grandsire's favorite wrestler all time?
All time, Shawn Michaels.
Mm.
Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart would be number 2. But even one of those moments, like as you get older, you see the differing between the styles. Like I won't put Brett above Sean, but I won't fight anybody who says that Brett is above Sean. But Sean is my guy. Currently, I don't know. That's a really good question. Because as you know, Dad, I've been on the Cody Rhodes train since AEW.
Oh yeah.
when people were like shitting on Cody Rhodes, I was breaking down why Cody Rhodes is actually killing this in all forms. So I love Cody's work. I love what Swerve is doing right now.
Yeah.
I love what Swerve is doing right now. There's a lot of great talent out here. I can't pick just one. It's more so just the guys I just like watching their work, who I'm excited for. I don't know that I have a set favorite, but I'm gonna lose my voice in Philly.
Yeah, man. Maybe you'll have a favorite by the time you're done with the show. You'll have a favorite.
Perhaps.
We already know my child, which he's gonna get the dub because he just collects bodies.
Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny Carvel, him, her, him, bodies.
That one's for you, fellow.
My man.
Fellow Snowfall.
That was dope.
Over there.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, great engagement in the chat. Yeah. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get everything. Yes, we having a great conversation, but I do apologize. But yes, I'm trying to get to make sure we close this at a decent hour. That's it.
I don't know, dog. It's a lot of meat on the bone, dog.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I know cats got bedtimes. I don't know if you got rules. I'm here for it. We ain't even touched Roman and Cody, really. We got.
Man, I'm just enjoying this. Just staying on the topic, just being. I think that's the best way to enjoy professional wrestling is just let things play out. Because you just said it. That's how I am. I don't even say it there because people. Even let me guess, just let things play out. Yeah, let things play out. Stop being a bitch and come on.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
Right.
Straight up. You know why I think it's hard for a lot of people to do that though? Like us outside of the emotion and the logic and put behind the emotion.
Yeah.
It's that when they included The Rock, it felt like such a previous era type move where sometimes they would forsake the logical story or the logical next chapter, logical climax of the story for whatever at somebody's whim. And so now with Big Brother H taking like legitimate storytelling arcs and paces to telling a whole story. Now, I knew that Cody was going to be better for it at the end of it because of the revolt, right? But the reason cats call him Papa is because there's a trust in his storytelling abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And so this new regime has been less than 2 years, but you've seen how they've told the story. Sometimes it's like PTSD. It's PTSD from the last 40 years. 35, 30, 40 years of storytelling. That some people are like, I don't know, dog. Feels like Batista. Feels like Rock in 2013. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to my queen, Courtney, my Wonder Woman. Yes, my bloodline sis. She said I will be interviewing Thunder Rosa and Izzy on Dynamite Download. Yes, she got a big time interview. That's what I'm talking about. Major opportunities up in here in the Bloodline Entertainment Network, and we're gonna get our ones up for my bloodline sis, the Wonder Woman, Courtney. Yeah, staying on just a little sidebar about Papa H. See, he comes from that world of storytelling. Remember, this the motherfucker that it was like, hey, I'm gonna find him, Sean. That he jumped Sean. He was like, hey, I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get him for you. And when I'm get him,
ooh,
right. And Shawn Michaels, oh my God, Shawn Michaels was like, hey, don't worry about it, because they can do amazing things with technology. Hey, we got the clip. We was able to, descramble and see it and look at it, and this is what we found. and they show it. They show the video of Triple H knocking out his guy, Shawn Michaels, and this was so cold, bro. You hear Shawn Michaels like, it was you.
It was you.
you see Papa H. You see he said, "Damn, you goddamn right, it was me, Shawn." What the fuck?
Yeah. Yes. A guy who lived it, who grew up a huge WWF fan, but also idolized Ric Flair. So he's bringing old school storytelling to new school athleticism with the internet usage at his whim. Yeah, man. Big Brother H, man. Big Brother H. Uncle H, man.
And he is doing this thing. Papa H, salute to you. It is decided. Now, moving on. Somebody had something to say. He was like, this is bullshit. Cody Rhodes, Homelander himself. He was like, this is bullshit. Just because you think your family can do whatever you think you can do. All right, you think you could I understand you got the stroke, but you think you could just pick the champion? It don't go like that. It don't roll like that. I decide the main event.
I won the Rumble.
Like I was like, oh shit. And then I pick you, Roman Reigns. Oh, well, it is decided. And then Cody Rhodes starting to talk about families. And then he's talking about Rock family. And then this week got fucked up. Because the Rock, he big ass old dude, traps, in the black tank.
Bruh.
He was looking mighty hillish. Just
bruh.
Like even when he came out, it was like no smile. Hey, I'm glad to be here. Hey, fist up. Hey, eyebrow here, there, anywhere. It was none of that.
Muscles and arrogance.
Yup. Traps, son.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what you're gonna breathe in. You're gonna breathe in these traps.
Oh man. Yes.
Yeah, and he walked up and he slapped the bejesus out of Cody, and Cody just took it and he just took it.
Yeah.
He was like, why you oughta?
Oh man, yeah.
But seeing how that all break down, seeing how Seth Rollins was trying to hold back Cody, and he was like, man, he was even cursing at the Rock, like, think you can do whatever the fuck you want. And Rock was like, I can't do whatever the fuck I want. Yes. And he threw it right back at his ass. I'm like, oh shit.
Bruh.
So your thoughts on Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes. So for one, he has been such a great babyface. When Sami Zayn was at his hottest, they found a way to still make Cody the guy by like aligning them together, but not like facetiously or disingenuously. Like it felt real, a real embrace. Cody has been utmost babyface guy, but you're right. CM Punk was right at the end of the press conference. Cody Rhodes has had moments where he's shown his toughness. He had the bull rope match with Shinsuke Nakamura. He went on the trilogy with Brock Lesnar. It's time for Cody Rhodes to get a little fucking mean. They've been talking about his daddy. He got slapped in the whole face. And he, hold me back. It was an NBA fight. You know what I'm saying? Hold me back.
Right.
It had to be a full Nelson arms just, hold me back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to get mean now. Yeah. And so I think we're going to get to see some of that. But as far as Cody Rhodes goes, because I know what the question is going to be for a lot of people. The question is going to be, well, why did he win the Rumble? Why did he give it up in the first place? Just to ask for it back. And it makes sense now. Because along with the way people have been talking about his daddy, The Rock started this by talking about royal families.
The greatest royal family.
The greatest royal family. He got a whole PowerPoint presentation on the board, right? So Cody, when he gave the shot up, it was more about righting the wrongs of Roman Reigns. Rocky was like, no, it's about the bloodline only. None of the integrity stuff you're talking about. It's about my family name. Mm-hmm. So on top of him talking about it being about his family name, but also denigrating every other royal family. Cody said, nah. If you really about this, then do this the right way. You're not doing this the right way. And I'm the guy who won. I ain't gonna lie, he did sound a little whiny.
Yeah.
Oh, I won the Rumble. Like, he did sound a little bit whiny.
Sound like them Cody Crybaby. I'm like, it's a reason why they
you know what I'm saying? But he hopped in there, was like, nah, like, okay, we talking families. And then Roman Reigns on the slick was like, you're irrelevant, just like your daddy. I said, oh, it's time to go. So now we've got a bigger story. Here's the thing, too. Here's another reason why Seth is not about to be overshadowed. If there's anybody in the world, at least portrayed that way on television, to have loved Dusty more than anybody and was loved by Dusty more than anybody, it's Seth freaking Rollins. So you've got, on top of that, Seth Rollins' whole thing is that Seth Rollins stands on business. He is about the pro wrestling business. So to see Rock and Roman turn it into the Anoa'i family show, the arrogance, the ego of it all, while also disrespecting. So he disrespects the Rhodes family, who Seth has respect for. He disrespects the wrestling business that Seth has so much love for. Seth has another reason to be a very natural part of the story, along with the championship part, along with the Roman Reigns part of it all.
Yeah. He was like, hey, bro, I got your number.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. God damn it, sir.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah, going back to Cody, I think at the end we'll talk about where we see this going. But going back to Cody, Cody's story is not so much it's winning the championship. It's winning the championship from Roman Reigns. But we also get to see that it's also about not just giving the title to Dusty in his memory. It is about, more than ever, the Rhodes family name. Now that
I see this is about family.
Absolutely.
Family.
Absolutely.
Do you see Cody's brother? I know he's in the other place.
Right.
But he has history to WWE. He's a Rhodes.
Yeah.
He should be a part of that.
Yeah.
If it comes, if it comes,
I don't see him being anywhere near this except for like celebration purposes. I don't see him being anywhere near this. His time being far away, where he is right now. And I just don't think he fully fits with the story. Dustin was supposed to be Cody. It just didn't go that way. He was supposed to be Cody.
Yep.
My favorite Dusty Rhodes promo, people love the Hard Times promo. My favorite Dusty Rhodes promo, I remember this very clearly, was August 1994, right before SummerSlam. It was in WCW, when Dustin Rhodes got attacked by Arn Anderson, Terry Funk, Bunkhouse Buck, the whole family. And he's talking about how he says, the view never changes. The view never changes. If you want to be a walk behind her, you're going to be a walk behind her. And he's saying it to Dustin as he asked Dustin to be his tag team partner for the next Clash of the Champions. My favorite Dusty promo ever. Dustin was supposed to be that guy.
Yeah.
It just, for different reasons, never panned out. But now it's Cody's turn. Dustin can be there to give hugs, put him up on the shoulder, and help celebrate the name. But I don't see him anywhere near this.
Oh wow! Is he not in AEW anymore? Is he just regulated to coaching?
I don't think I saw that. I don't think that's true because he just. I mean, he got murked by Swerve, but I thought he had another match after that. I thought his contract. I thought he was around for a while, but
I haven't watched. I watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Casual viewer of the AEW right now.
I know your feelings.
Right.
I like their product. I really like their product. It's quiet for them right now. It's quiet.
It is. You know where they struggle at, and I see, and I think WWE kind of shine a light on it. It's not the pro wrestling. AEW is already going to excel in the pro wrestling. Where they fail at, sidebar. Hate to digress, but is developing star power. I see that. There's a peak for star power. And I see WWE is able to take that and excel in that space.
Yeah.
And it's very important in today's pro wrestling. And I see that they struggle with that. I saw with that with Jade. I see that with MJF. I see that with big stars that came over, like Edge, with even CM Punk got kind of old real quick. Daniel Bryan seemed like he's just a regular guy. I don't see anything special. It's just, where's that? All right, maybe with Swerve, but that's what I'm afraid with Swerve, that he's going to find out. Yeah, I get it. He said on the podcast, WWE called me, but I ain't paid no mind. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be a point in time on the fork in the road that, hey, you're going to be, it seems like there's a peak with AEW with developing star power. Are you going to be satisfied with being that big fish in a small pond? Or now do you want to test your value with Papa H now?
Who can be
Papa H?
I think my homie Big Brother H. I think it's a couple things, man. I think for one, with each superstar, it's a matter of what they want their goals to be. With Cody Rhodes leaving, with Jade Cargill leaving, I pose a question: hey, is AEW a bit of a training ground for WWE? I pose that question, but again, Adam Copeland went to AEW. Bryan Danielson with AEW. Swerve is like, I'm staying in AEW. There's some guys who I could view as AEW lifers.
Yeah.
I think it's what you want your goals to be in the business, for one. For two, I think it doesn't get mentioned enough that, like, we're talking about a 5-year company versus a 65-year-old, 70-year-old company. I think that has to really keep being mentioned. And then we'll get there.
This is where I'm on the other side of that argument.
Yeah.
See, people would like to bring that up. So so this is my rebuttal. Like, I get that. But this is me. See, I'm in the business. So not in the wrestling business, but I'm thinking just from a business perspective.
Dollars and cents.
Exactly. I'm putting myself in that competition. All right. I'm a professional wrestling company. Now I want to start it. Okay, I'm gonna take bits and pieces from WWE, AEW. I'm gonna see what not to do, and I'm gonna apply that for myself. And then I might, type of money I have, I might take some people from there, the years of experience from them, and I'm not gonna make excuses because of that all because hey, they got this 65-year gap or AEW got this 5-year gap on me. I'm just gonna learn. I'm just gonna, from my perspective, I'm just going to learn from what worked for them and what not worked for them and capitalize on that and still be different, but yet find a way to attract and grow my audience. And that's just me.
I think it's two things. I think it's, for one, there's a difference between learning and then implementing.
Okay.
And then there's, depending on what you want to learn and depending on what you want the identity of your company to be. Because my third point of it is that let's forget the rankings. They just came back. They were gone for a while. Just presentation-wise, it is a sports-based pro wrestling product. They tell stories the way that when there were 4 pay-per-views in WWF time, you didn't get a new story beat every week like you might get now. WWF was still great at marketing stars, being ahead of curve on production. AEW is missing something simple like, for one, they're missing like more recaps. They're missing more recaps. Be a little more heavy-handed in the storytelling versus the subtlety to enrich more viewers, because they are telling dope stories. The Devil was.
I know that.
Yeah,
I don't mean to interrupt, but just to piggyback off what you said, like they tell sort of stories. I get that from your perspective because I listen to your podcast. Cheap plug, the hard camera. Yeah. Yep. Great phenomenal podcast. They mix with life and pro wrestling. Phenomenal. Yep. Man, I forgot what I was about to say doing that plug. I felt the most important to do that right now. Shit.
Appreciate you. We're talking about subtle storytelling.
Yeah. So the subtle storytelling, I think from your point of view, from your perspective, you picked that up a lot. I remember you was breaking down a match like with CM Punk with MJF. I didn't give a fuck about it. It's like, oh man, Bret Hart. Now I was like, okay, but
yeah.
Don't do anything for me, man.
It's like it's a very much if you know kind of product.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. CM Punk was on his whole Bret Hart run when he came back to AEW, But again, it's if you know, you know, right? I just quoted August 1994, a Dusty Rhodes promo, right? So it's if you know, you know. So like they hit that niche product really well, and salute to them. They can sell out Wembley Stadium with a year notice, but they're not doing enough to bring in casual fans because they don't draw on emotion well enough. The way they tell their stories are subtle, but they don't have enough, especially with WWE dictating how wrestling has been for the last 20 plus years and how to tell pro wrestling stories.
Yeah.
They don't dig in enough on emotion to get the new viewer in. So you can bring in an Adam Copeland, a CM Punk, a Bryan Danielson, a Mercedes Moné. It's not so much the superstars they bring in that's going to move the needle. It's bring in a dope creative writer behind you, behind the scenes, to get the emotion more involved. And then that's how you move that needle. They've got all the pro wrestling talent in the world. Pro wrestling doesn't sell pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling. Seth said it. Pro wrestling storytelling.
Yeah.
That's what he said. All right. The emotional connection. All right. That's why I love the Tribal Chief. Yes, I love you, sir.
Yeah.
Because I get lost in it. I fucking shed a tear. That's why I acknowledge you. You know, Clash of Champions, your first title defense as the head of the table against Jey Uso. And when Jimmy Uso came out, he was like, forget this fool. Forget this. I was like, what?
You tripping, Oos?
Yeah, yep, tripping. That's what you want, Oos. Yeah. Right. I was like, bro, what is going on? I'm like, okay, all right.
Oh, man.
You, Tribal Chief.
Right.
Damn. Right.
Yeah.
And I connect better with a story because I'm able to appreciate the wrestling more. Like a simple armbar headlock takeover, like MJF said. That simplicity can mean a whole fucking lot. What a dope ass story.
Yeah. That's right.
More women matches. Yes. That is desperately needed. But I got a subject. I got a topic for that. So yes, I'm gonna keep this for the sake of the show. I'm gonna keep it going. We gonna talk about that.
Yeah, meat on the
bone.
bone.
We gonna talk about that. What's going on? Oh, Freak Maniac 90210 in the building, aka the Librarian of Destiny 2. What's going on, fellow content creators? Well, over on the Twitch space, so get your ones up for Freak Maniac 90210. He says finally off work. Well, welcome. Glad you're off work and welcome to the recap show of the press conference. Yes, we are here.
Salute.
And we getting it in. All right. So Cody Rhodes, it is decided he picks the Tribal Chief. He wants to go at it again. He wants to duke it out. Now, do you think, all right, I don't think we're at the finish line, but hey, we're on the roadmap to WrestleMania. So does this turn into a triple threat, or does The Rock say, all right, I'm gonna bow out. I'm gonna let Oos go. I'm gonna let my Tribal Chief let it get in. I'm gonna wait. Or I don't know, man. This story can go a lot of ways, man. That's how fucking good the story is.
Yeah,
It's just a lot of ways this story can go, bro.
When WWE announced the Netflix deal, and then Cody won the Rumble, I was immediately of the mindset, even though they teased The Rock, I was immediately of the mindset that we're not getting Rock and Roman until the Netflix deal. It's Netflix, it's WWE. The Rock is the biggest movie star ever. You can tell he's going to do some movies for Netflix eventually, right? But with him talking about, hey man, we're gonna do something you've never seen before. Rock Roman on Netflix. And then you insert Rock on Friday. And I'm like, damn, we might get it a year early, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm back to saying we're not going to get Rock Roman until Netflix. Because from the jump, their story never needed the title anyway. The title is head of the table. The title that matters for them is head of the table. It ain't about the WWE Championship at all.
He said it. His words, not mine. He said it. He said he's the tribal chief because he has the title. So
Facts.
in a way, he implemented the title as paralleling him as, hey, that means I'm the tribal chief.
I hear that.
So I get it, but
Yeah.
I got to go off what I heard from the source.
I feel you. I feel you. More than anything, yeah, the title it means so much to him, but it's the pride.
Yeah.
It's the pride of the table, to where, like, yeah, he might lose that title and eventually go back for it. But what lasts longer? A championship reign or your spot at the table? You know what I'm saying? So I think we are on the path to waiting. More story. Simmer.
Do you think, I hate to say this in front of you, but you saw the end of the press conference, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Papa H was getting interviewed by the correspondent,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying, "Well, things happen.
It's everywhere.
I need to throw lots of
The game.
good game. Everywhere. So as he's saying that, The Rock comes up, and he's just. It seemed like he took, even though the tribal chief was right there, it seemed like he indirectly little broed my tribal chief. Like he is. Why does he feel like he? Fuck! I don't mean to say this. Fuck! But it seemed like, yo, I'm in charge. I got things now from now on. Like, is he going to be somewhat of a godfather? Is Tribal Chief going to become number 2? I don't know, bro. It's just the way it's just the way The Rock came out all black,
Yes,
relishing the booze, embracing the booze, loving it.
That's another reason why there's so much meat on his bone, right? Because The Rock is still The Rock in wrestling. But The Rock is also on the board of the company that owns WWE.
Yeah.
Right? And so now we get the alliance. We have an alliance now of Rock and Roman. They're going to build on this alliance because Cody Rhodes got involved in family business. Right? You can talk. I can talk about my cousin. You can't talk about my cousin. Right? So they're aligned now. So the way we finally get Rock and Roman is because Roman, who has been running roughshod as the tribal chief, is eventually going to get sick of The Rock trying to big brothering.
And I got to make an executive decision.
You know what I'm saying? So meat on the bone. Listen, I did you watch Young Rock?
Here and there, a little bit, bits and pieces.
I liked Young Rock, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know who the showrunner was for Young Rock?
I do not.
Nick Khan's sister.
That's right. Now I remember.
Right?
Yes.
So there's a long-term relationship with Nick Khan, who holds this position in WWE. I don't know if you caught the episode where Rock was talking about his relationship with Triple H.
Yeah.
How they finally had to get over it. Did you see the episode where they were talking about Chet Frost?
No, I did not.
So there was a guy who had a pseudonym. He was a stand-in for another wrestler. They would call him Chet Frost. Well, a little history. This guy went down with an injury, but was going behind The Rock's back, talking shit about The Rock. The scuttlebutt is that Chet Frost is a pseudonym for Shawn Michaels. Right?
Oh.
So you can play on the history of everything The Rock went through 25 years ago to now, I'm the boss now, to I'm big brother and everything.
Yo.
WWE is mine now. The Anoa'i family name is mine. I don't give a shit about the Rhodes family. There's so many miniature stories you could tell here.
You think we're getting a takeover story?
In what way?
So The Rock, he's on one.
Facts.
And he wants to insert his dominance. I'm on board of directors. The way he tried to little brother Papa H.
Facts.
He's like, you need to fucking fix this, bro.
Facts.
Immediately.
He's his boss, kind of. You know what I'm saying? He is his boss now.
Yeah, I'm like, I was a little abrasive, but okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then you're in the way you were just talking about, hey, we got families going against families. Are we gonna get a story of, all right, Roman and they have a truce, we're gonna take over. We're gonna assert dominance. Papa Ace gonna try to fight it. He's gonna maybe use Cody and Seth as a way to
surrogate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My mind going there. Man, I love professional wrestling.
I love
professional wrestling.
Bro, this combination of guys, as I was getting ready for this combination of guys, I realized it has elements of WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 10, WrestleMania 20, and WrestleMania 30 all in one. WrestleMania 30 because we had the internet element of getting Daniel Bryan where he needed to be when they were so destined on going another way. You got WrestleMania 20 because he who shall not be named was the third wheel as Shawn Michaels and I almost said his name. Shawn Michaels and Triple H had their story. So the third wheel became the story, even though it was part of the story. WrestleMania 1, and Triple H mentioned it at the beginning of the press conference. They're really slick, bro. He talked about how WrestleMania 1, there was a tag team match. Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff versus Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. To an extent, we got the movie star, The Rock, versus the current Hulk Hogan, or with the current Hulk Hogan in Roman Reigns. Who, I guess, I don't know, Seth might be like the Roddy Piper because he's very eccentric, right? And then you got Cody, but like you got this new name. So you got elements of all these things going toward WrestleMania 40. And we don't really know where it's going yet, but you got all those elements of all that past stuff that's happening now. And I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated.
Professional wrestling, man. Ain't it something?
They got us. Damn it. Damn it.
Ain't it something? That's why I love professional wrestling. That's I just have a ball with it.
Yeah.
It's just the ebb and flows of this story.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna take you, and you're just enjoying a ride. And man, it's because I'm enjoying the story because I don't know where we're going. I literally couldn't tell you the ending.
Yeah.
I don't know who else gets included.
Right.
But we have more, you know. Is The Rock going to build his empire? All right, I want Jacob Fatu in here now. We need an enforcer. Yeah, Jacob Fatu. You think Solo something.
Right.
Jacob Fatu.
right.
You know, he is that dude. And I don't know, man. It's just I'm just so excited for things to come, especially for WWE, for WrestleMania, and then for the future. Because here's my question.
Yeah.
How long you think we got The Rock for professional wrestling? Because you know, last time he was just there for maybe a little short stint, but for that build for WrestleMania for John Cena, even the first one, he was like mostly satellite there, and then at the same time. But now, is it going to be in it?
No. We'll get him for 40. We'll get him for 41. Maybe SummerSlam. But he's going to be around in some form or fashion. He'll be around in some form or fashion. Along with the big brothering of Roman Reigns. I know you hate to hear it, but I think this is the year for Cody. And I think Roman Reigns losing to Cody, while Rock is going to be aligned with Roman Reigns because you don't just talk shit about the family, that's going to be something that Rock is going to use to poke at Roman Reigns to build to their story. Rock's lost the belt mad times. Roman can be like, dog, I held the belt for 1,300 days at once. You might have 300 days total, which is 6 or 7 reigns. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, like, Yeah, meat on the bone. But yeah, I think he'll be here for 40 and 41, but I don't think we get Rock Roman Reigns until 41.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. I'm just curious about how much Rock is going to be included because it seems like he's going to be. Hey, I want to put my stamp on this. I want people to feel me. I want people to know that I'm not fucking around. And I love that backstage segment. That seems so real that you got the whole setup of Papa H talking with the correspondent. So it's just him and the correspondent just interviewing. And he's just saying, things get overheated. Big E goes in there. Things just
unacceptable. It's totally unacceptable.
Things are going to accelerate. And then here comes The Rock just walking by with the tribal chief, the wise man, and Rock like, hey, that's bullshit. Yeah, you got to fix this. That's fucking bullshit. That's what happens when you talk about my family. Fuck. He was like, you're out of line, Rock. That's the fuck what happened.
All that cussing.
Bro.
All that cussing.
There's a lot of bleep.
I swear.
Steph was talking to The Rock all night.
Yes. Yes.
You think you can do what the fuck
all
you want?
That cussing.
I was like, I can't do what the fuck I want. Yo. Well, I'm like, people wilding. Bro, we wilding.
Yes. Yes. How do you think this goes with these four, man?
Oh, man. Like I said, I just don't know. That's why I'm enjoying this story. I love this story because I can't give you a concrete of, okay, this is where I think they're going here. It's a lot they're throwing at me that I still need to process.
Yeah.
Is Seth a misdirection or is he? Keep an eye on that. Cody, his play. All right. Now he was like, fuck that. You think you can take my choice out of my hands? I decide who can be the main event. I want you. All right. Now, The Rock, will he have a hand in play? If it be's a triple threat, will he help or will he win? Or if he is an enforcer, will he screw The Rock? I mean, not screw The Rock. Will he screw Cody?
Yeah.
Because I said this, hey, back-to-back Royal Rumble wins followed up with back-to-back WrestleMania losses. Oh my God. I will love that. I will love the balance.
I know you would.
The balance.
The balance.
Balance in the universe. Yes, satisfactory there. I would love that. People would hate it, but I would love it. Keyboard warriors, all of that. I can't believe it. Papa ain't. I don't care. This is the reason why they continue to see because they pull that out of you. But
yeah, I had a light bulb. I got a couple light bulbs.
Yeah.
For Mania, I got a few ways we can go. We got 2 nights of Mania. Maybe Rock isn't in a singles match at all. Maybe the main event of night 1 is Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. And the main event of night 2 is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes because we still have Seth who has to defend his title. So maybe he defends his title on night 2 against a Gunther, against a Drew McIntyre, right? So maybe we have that. My other thought, this is more of a long range thought, because I don't think they'd unify the title so soon after making a new one. But what if we went tag match, main event of night 1, and on night 2, we do the WrestleMania 2000 main event, 4-way elimination match that comes down to Cody and Roman Reigns, and Cody wins that way, right? I think that's more of a long shot.
Yeah, it is.
It's more of a long shot, right? Yeah. But I could see night 1 being a tag match, night 2 being Cody and Roman. Cody beats Roman, and then at SummerSlam, The Rock tries to avenge the Bloodline name, and we get Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at SummerSlam. I don't see a triple threat match. I don't think a triple threat match works for this. I think we warm up The Rock. Here's the thing, too. Rock ain't been in the ring in years. He can't carry a one-on-one match like that. He ain't got the stamina for it right now. The triple threat match to me.
If you put the cardio training in, still got time.
Too many pancakes, man. You see the traps? You see the
weight on
you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of weight on him.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
So he has to carry that weight. I'm not sure he has the stamina for a one-on-one main event match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't think the triple threat match works for this story. It's too convoluted. One of the things me and you, when we met 10 years ago, one of the things I remember us talking about is the perfect way to win your big one. Like Benoit got it how he got it, but historically, you win your big one as a babyface, especially one-on-one.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I'm saying?
You do.
So like I mentioned before, the story is Cody winning the championship. He's doing it for the Rhodes family name, but it's also he has to win it from Roman Reigns specifically. So I think we get Cody Roman night 2. We get Cody Rock at SummerSlam because Rock is still Hollywood and a Hawaii family Rock. Here's the thing too. It's a whole nother side of Rock. When we see heel Rock, it's always Hollywood Rock. This is pissed off family man.
Yeah,
Rock.
yeah. You talk about my fucking family?
You're talking about my family, right? Me and Vin Diesel, we went through this shit already. But one thing I took from him is the idea and the heart and the love of family.
Family.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know if the triple threat match works. Seth has to defend his title somewhere, but I think we get Cody Rock at SummerSlam after Cody. Yeah, Cody's about to mow down the whole NOYE family. And then Rock and Roman next year.
So, you have Roman dropping the title at WrestleMania?
I do.
See, here's the thing for me.
I know where you're going. Hit me.
All right. So, I've made this has been a good run, me and you, sir. 3.5 years. 3.5 years. When I made the prophecy, hey, you're going to keep that Universal title for 1 year. What happened? It happened. Hey, you're going to keep that title for 1,000 years. I mean, not 1,000 years, 1,000 days. What happened?
Yeah.
Hey, they're going to have Brock become WWE champion so you can take that title and then you're going to, what happened? Hey, yeah. Cody ain't going to win. You're going to beat him. Yeah. Send him packing. You're going to keep it for 4 years. For SummerSlam 2020 to SummerSlam 2024. I think, so you asked that question before, what do you think we're building to? I think as we were talking, I kind of figured it out. I think we're building towards SummerSlam.
Okay.
This is where Cody finished the story. Because on the 4th anniversary of my tribal chief, that's a long time. 4 years, freshman to senior. How long was tribal chief for my freshman? All my whole high school years. Year to my senior year, he remained champion, never lost. Oh, that would be a story to tell.
Right.
But I think, that's where we're headed, man. 4 years for my tribal chief. He must get that. I think that, and he got to beat Florida Man, as you called him, aka Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Florida Man.
He's going to beat that record. That's the record, and he's going to eclipse him from the Hall of Records. Yeah, I see it.
I think because I figure you were going to bring up Florida Man's record. I think it's two things, right?
Okay.
I think storytelling wise, the only way Cody can lose again is just intense overbooked shenanigans. I just can't see him losing a second time when he gets this shot, right? But also the Hulk Hogan record, for him to beat that, he'd have to hold it to at least September, which is after SummerSlam.
Is it after SummerSlam?
Just barely. I don't know, because here's the thing, right? Hulk Hogan's reign is not the longest reign ever. It's like number 3 on the list.
Yeah.
So, he can hold it longer than Florida Man, but he'd still only be number 3 on the list.
Yeah, he got, I think, hey, hashtag forever champ if you want.
You know what I'm saying? Like, number 3, and they tell the revisionist history how they want to anyway. Not that they'll lie about it, but they tell the revisionist history how they want to tell it regardless. So I think the Hogan reign is more hey, here's more to talk about, more internet stuff to build more emotion.
It could be. That's a good point. Hey, let's mention the record. Let's, throw another element in there. And that could be. Freak Maniac says September 13th is how long to hit number 3 of the longest reigns to beat Hogan.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, San Martino had 7 years, 8 years? So I think that's the number 1 reign.
9
right?
years.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, 9 years.
Fucking ridiculous.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So we can't do that, but number 3 on the list. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, bronze medals.
Was it 7 years?
Was it
I
7?
thought it was 9. I'm gonna look this up now.
I'm looking it up.
I'm gonna look this up now. We're about to do a live Google search.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, again, they've been doing so great with using the internet to their advantage for everything. Like Florida Man, here's the thing, right? Triple H mentioned Florida Man, and he didn't get the pop on stage. He didn't get the pop on stage.
No.
Right? Because, dog, I'm surprised, I'm surprised they're even using Florida Man in like commercials for WWE 2K24. But for a lot of people, enough time has passed. But for other people, not enough time could ever pass.
No.
For him to be held in the same regard he wasn't in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point. Fair point. We got Queen Courtney saying Bruno is 7.5 years. Buckland is 5.5, almost 6.
Bad one. Yeah. May 17th, 1963 to January 18th, 1971. So,
yep.
6 years, 8 months.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, 7 years, 8 months. Yeah.
3 more years.
What a time. These are three. Carry the one. It's a leap year.
Actually, you know what? I thought Bruno had a 9-year reign, but it's only 7, and you're 4.
7.
You're almost at 4.
Yeah.
3 more years. 3 more.
Also, I think you had 3 more. That's only 3 more manias, dog.
Right. Just be patient.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Just let it play out.
Because I think San Martino did have another super long reign, but I don't think it was as long as Hogan's. Or sorry, I don't think it was as long as Hogan's, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, man. So
Free Maniac says Fabulous Moolah holds the record for the longest title reign in history.
Oh yeah, it was like 28 years women champion. Yeah.
Yeah, she held that down.
They had about 7 women's revolutions.
Yeah,
during
one of them down.
You know what I'm saying? On this episode of Darkest
Yo, if you know, you know.
Yo.
If you know.
Straight up, man. Straight up. What a time. Right.
Well, let's keep this going. We still got
a
couple of more topics, and let me get it up. So, big wrestling. Speaking of, wrestling stories, professional wrestling stories, it's another wrestling story has been hitting the social medias like nothing other, and that is the Trick Mellow Gang is no more. It is decided. A wonderful story, enriched with brotherhood that ended at the premium live event for TakeOver Vengeance, and that is the scene right there. My man Mello, he was like, enough is enough. I gave you the shine enough. All right, you didn't get the job done, sir, and I'm about to put you right back in your place, and that is under my foot. Yes, Mello is the top heel for NXT. It was a great match. Real quick, great match between it was Ilya Dragunov and Trick Williams. Phenomenal match. It got bloody. It got violent. I thought they told a great, amazing story all the way down to the finish where Trick was going for his finish in the corner. You got Dragunov going for his finish in the corner. May the best man win. They just charged at each other, and wow.
Yeah.
Dragunov got the better hand, got that arm on Trick. 1, 2, 3. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Dragunov celebrate. He leaves off. You see Melo talking. He's like, don't worry about it. It's just me and you now. Just me and you now. All right? Don't worry about it. It's just me and you now.
Yeah.
You see Melo, you see Trick just kind of casually drift off limping, but he's like, hold on. Where my boy at? He turn around. Chop to the leg from Melo. I was like, oh, damn.
Dog.
Was it predictable? Yes. But sometimes seeing it just do something to you.
Still hurt. It still hurt.
You saw the trajectory. Yeah, they was headed in this direction. Melo was always going to turn on his boy. But doing it at that time, doing it right there, it tugged on the heart. But it was just seeing the reaction in the crowd. People was like this. It was a woman like this, like tears in her eyes. Like, I was like, yes. And I love this because Carmelo was getting "fuck you, Melo" chants. And by the end of that premium live event, he was sitting in the chair like this, embracing it, like,
facts.
I'm him. I'm motherfucking him. And he left the ring, and Trick, he was just a lifeless body. What's your thoughts on it, brother?
Man, you talked about the predictability of it. I do not hate predictability at all. Sometimes you just have to tell the story.
Yes.
Unpredictability does not mean that you told a better story. So I'm watching them walk to the ring. I'm like, damn, man. Tonight's the night, son. Damn it, man. Tonight's the night. And you still holding on to hope because, dog, we're invested in the brotherhood of Trick Melo Gang. Their closeness, Trick's rise to stardom. We're invested in all of that. And you're holding out hope that they're going to find out who really attacked Trick Williams back then in October. You hold on to the hope that, they boys, dog.
It was Lex the King, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they boys, dog. This going to Trick Melo Gang. And when my chest. I love when they do the trick at the end of the show where they show the bottom third.
I don't fall for that anymore.
I love it.
They got me.
Never.
Yeah, right now. All right, they got me a couple of times.
Yes.
You know, with Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. I was like, motherfucker, what? But now I'm like this. All right, see.
Okay, what's happening?
We ain't done yet. Oh, motherfucker. Yeah.
It's like the Marvel movie. You go through all the credits. You got to see the scene at the end of the credits.
That's a good point because when my family knows the drill, when we go see a Marvel movie, we ain't done yet. Yeah, we see people leaving. Y'all know the drill now.
Y'all know.
We done when the credits are fully completed.
Yup. We got to see that other scene. And man, you knew it was coming. You hoped it didn't. But then it exceeded what you thought would happen.
It did.
Like, you knew he was going to attack him. But how many chair shots was that?
Bro, I don't know. It was,
you know what I'm saying?
It was vicious.
Yeah.
It was vicious. And the way Carmelo did it too was so, oh man, he didn't give a fuck because he's pacing. He got the chair. He goes in the chair. I'm like, oh fuck, don't do it, Melo. Don't do it. I'm saying this. Don't do it, Melo. Don't grab the chair.
Right.
And he grabs the chair, he going in the ring. He's like, he pointing at him, see what I got to do now? I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
And he just, wow. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. It was rough. But I thought I thought NXT, the sous chef, Shawn Michaels, he did a great job of setting that up in the first match of showing the brotherhood of the tag team Dusty Classic. And then you saw how it just break down. I don't think if we didn't see that, maybe we don't get that from the reaction from the crowd.
Right.
But with that catalyst of showing the brotherhood,
Yes.
showing that Melo took the finisher of, what was it? I think it was from Braun Breaker, the spear from Braun Breaker to protect Trick. And then they followed it up with the backstage segment. Like, man, I was trying to protect you. I had to take that spear so you can go ahead and beat Dragunov.
Yeah.
Perfect, man.
My heart.
Professional wrestling. I'm like, see
My
how
heart.
y'all fucking set up the crowd. Y'all did this perfect. Y'all gonna show it. We're gonna show the brotherhood. We're gonna show it. All right. Show it the tag team, show it backstage, and you're gonna see it fall apart in your eyes during the last segment of the show in the premium live event. It was amazing, but man, my heart.
That's tough.
My heart.
Tough to see. I mean, it showed that Melo is just, hey, you can't have success without me, right? He was all for the Dusty Cup.
Yes.
But he had to be there for Trick to succeed. And maybe this is a way of telling him, hey, listen, I took that spear just to let you know that, I mean, nothing moves without me, regardless. Don't nothing move without me. There was a subtle moment, because this to me has been NXT's version of the AEW Devil story, right? The Devil's right there. And like the viewer knows, but still, right?
Yeah.
During that match, there was a moment, you go outside and Melo is looking dead in the face of Ilya Dragunov. And he swings at Ilya Dragunov.
Yep.
The ref was in clear sight of what's about to of watching this. So if it lands, that's the DQ.
Mm-hmm.
Dragunov was just defending himself, but Melo wasn't just defending Trick. He was trying to cost him that match, and it didn't happen. And then he gets shoved into Melo's into Trick's knee to cause further damage. The subtleties were there. I don't know if you caught. He had the callback to the Shawn Michaels outfit when he turned on Marty Jannetty.
No, bro.
The fly version.
Yo, but he had that big ass fucking trench coat. He was straight up here with it. I'm like, bro, you in that Southern Florida heat in his ridiculous big ass oversized coat.
Facts.
Talking about I don't give a fuck. And then was cold with it too. He kicks off the show. You hear the chants, boo, and shout out to the NXT crowd. I shout out to that creative chant because I was feeling that chant. They was like, Melo gonna catch these hands. Melo gonna catch these hands.
I didn't catch that. Okay,
gonna catch these hands. I'm like, oh shit. But then grabs the mic. Not yet. I was like, yo,
killed it. Speed kills.
Yes.
Speed kills. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And then it was just a great follow-up from Melo. I think they're gonna create 2 stars. They're gonna knock out 2 birds with one stone with this story. This is their top story for NXT. All right. This is their long-term story. And I wonder how it's gonna branch over to the main roster. What are your thoughts on that, bro?
That's tough, man, because it's almost like they don't know what they want Carmelo Hayes to be in his appearances on SmackDown. Now, he hasn't been on SmackDown yet since the turn, but it's almost like they don't trust their audience to follow the story of the character, as if they have to introduce him as somebody new when he gets to SmackDown. Because clearly, heel Melo, cocky heel Melo, he does that very well.
Yes.
So they've been having them in matches against Grayson Waller, and they're not latching on to him. Maybe because they don't know who they want him to be. The personality isn't catching like that. I would also imagine that maybe we don't see Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown or Raw until after Stand and Deliver. This story is too hot for him to be seen anywhere else.
Yep.
So we get to Stand and Deliver. Listen, I don't even know if you could do this in just one match. We get to Stand and Deliver.
Finally, to have Trick finally get his comeuppance in one match.
Right. I don't know if it might take Battleground. We might need a loser leaves town match. We might need, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Maybe heel Melo uses his tricks to get one over on Trick. No pun intended. At Stand and Deliver, but we not done yet. We got to run this back at Battleground. Maybe we get a special simulation at Battleground. But with all the story they've built, I don't know if we can just do this in one match. So I don't know.
I don't know. I'll say this because NXT is probably one of the best, in my opinion, the best consistent shows when it comes telling professional wrestling stories.
Okay.
I look forward to each and every week when it comes to NXT. I get stories everywhere. And when I'm talking about everywhere from you got OTM out the mud with this group with Reggie and Miss Parker.
You
got them going at the family with that whole story, or you got Andre Chase and him gambling debts with the whole Chase University, you know, or even with the women's division. I give them kudos with women's division because they do multiple stories. It's not about just championship stories. It's mid-card level stories. It's, hey, we got beef. You know what I'm saying? They got those type of stories. And that's why I enjoy and I always give it NXT. If you want some consistent professional wrestling, watch NXT. That's it right there. All right. Yeah. They hit it out the park of introducing new characters, developing characters too, for the growth for a character, and they knock it out of the park of doing stories. Yeah. All right, tell the stories, man.
I need to watch more. I've very slowly gotten back in NXT. When they kind of rebranded, I kind of fell off. And I was like, I don't know. I'm very slowly getting kind of more into it, especially because of the Trick Mello story. I really like Braun Breaker. I think he's going to knock it out of the park when he finally gets to Raw or SmackDown. Baron Corbin is very underrated. My favorite Baron Corbin was Happy Corbin because he was funny and he can always go in the ring. He just hasn't always been the most interesting personality. Yeah. When I say Happy Corbin, I mean not Madcap Moss era Happy Corbin.
Was it Poor Corbin?
When he was poor. So
Poor Corbin. Sad Corbin.
He got happy. Yeah, right. NXT Lone Wolf Baron Corbin was cool because he was like super silent and stoic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when he was poor.
Oh man. I mean, went through some things.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's getting to bounce off of Braun Breaker, who's getting to show other sides of himself along with just being a killer.
Yes.
He's showing he has personality. So I'm interested in them too. Yeah, no, I'm catching a little bit of the Chase U story. Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice, their new issue.
Oh my God.
So I'm getting more and more back into NXT slowly but surely.
Yeah, man. NXT is doing a great job of grooming, or I should say, shout out to their training regimen, for the Performance Center, of just getting their young crop of wrestlers getting ready. Like shout out to Tiffany Stratton. Holy motherfucking shit.
Yo.
What she has about maybe 3 years of professional wrestling, but she's just been doing this since day one.
Man.
All right.
I'm a long way.
Even though Bianca Belair is part of the main roster, but she came from that Performance Center. She came from, hey, I knew about WWE. I wasn't a fan of WWE, but now she's one of the biggest stars. She wrestles her ass off.
Yeah,
and they do just an amazing job, man. I like how they groom and develop. And maybe to other people, it doesn't work, but to me, I see, hey, it works when I see the results. All right, in NXT, look, I saw Lola Lice implement herself in that trip and became a triple threat. I was like, how's she gonna put her mix? And I was fucking impressed.
Yeah,
how she was throwing her MMA background into Roxy and Lara Valkyria. It was one of my favorite matches in there. I think I gave it match of the, no, I tied it with match of the night with Trick and Mello. Yep.
Got you. Yeah. No, I'm enjoying it, man. Slowly but surely, man. I really enjoy the simplicity of the storytelling, the booking. Sean is basically doing stuff that worked in his career for a 2024 audience. And it's like, what's old is new again.
Yeah.
But there's a reason that the basics and the foundation work. So yeah, I slowly but surely, I'm gonna be catching more of the NXT story.
Yep, we gave it a 10. Yep, A+ for that premium live event. But yeah, to your point about using the past and making it look like it's new. You saw what Carmelo did. He was in the middle of the ring talking this shit. Trick Williams music hit.
Yeah.
The crowd pops.
Bro,
hey, he got this. So he like
right.
All of a sudden, the camera go back on Melo. He's like, "What?" I'm like,
got
"Oh,
him.
he got us.
Got
us." I'm like, "You son of a bitch!"
Damn it, they got us again.
Yep. He was like, "Wow,
Yes.
wow,
Yes.
really, man, I really got that one over. Wow."
They got us again, dog.
And so they're doing a great job, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shawn Michaels, man. He is really putting his stamp, his flavor on NXT 2.0.
No doubt.
All right, so let's get back into it. Next topic. Another bit of wrestling news, big one. I'm gonna save the best for last though. But this one, hitting the TNA world, Scott D'Amore, no longer part of TNA wrestling. It is decided after he was able to, when TNA went through its rough patch of the COVID era, they had to, cut their budget. Scott D'Amore was able to push forward, push through, and revitalize TNA wrestling. All right, so what it is now. Shout out to TNA wrestling because I'm a big fan of them. I always call them the second best wrestling promotion when it comes to storytelling. All right, when it comes to storytelling, it'll be TNA because they're not that far off from WWE. They just get a little bit more outlandish. People die, people come back from the dead. Like, just kill you, bitch. But damn, that's how TNA is. It's wild, but they stay within the realm of professional wrestling. That's where it works out, of storytelling. But Scott D'Amore, he put his flavor in there. He introduced new titles. He was giving a lot of chances to wrestlers. Shout out to Naomi when she got released from WWE. She left. She left, and she went over to TNA Impact when it was called TNA Impact, and he made her champion, and she had a hell of a run, great matches. Shout out to Jordan Grace, had a phenomenal fucking match. Shout out to her when she was in the Royal Rumble too. But yeah, Scott D'Amore is no longer with TNA Wrestling. It is decided. My thoughts on it, I always say wrestling is a business, and unfortunately, this is the nature of the business. All right, and you see what he made TNA Wrestling a viable company now. That hey, they're going to remove him because they're going to. It seems like they're getting prepared for a takeover somewhat, and it will just leave Scott D'Amore as the middleman. Now there was reports, take it as a grain of salt, that he was trying to purchase Impact, or I should say TNA Wrestling, because he does have the funds. But TNA, or what's they're backed by? What's the company?
Anthem.
That's right. They declined on the offer and they proceeded to move forward. And here are the results. So I kick it off to you, Juv The Grandsire. What's your thoughts on it, bro?
Well, this will be tough for me because I haven't watched a lot of TNA in years. The glory days of TNA for me were when Jeff Hardy was challenging Jeff Jarrett at the first Victory Road, right?
Dixie Carter was okay.
Yeah. So I would catch, and even before her era, you know what I'm saying? So I would catch bits and pieces of the TNA story, but I hadn't, locked into TNA in years. But in my TNA watching, Scott D'Amore was a constant dating back to Team Canada.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I saw this news, and I read a little bit about it, from certain scuttlebutt, it sounds like a budget issue. He wanted to raise a budget. They didn't want to raise a budget. For me, here's the thing, right? You know how we talked about AEW would need that creative force behind the scenes?
Yeah.
This is a guy you pick up.
Fuck, bro.
This is a guy you pick up.
Fuck, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing,
I like that.
when WCW went out of business, like it's a false narrative that it was because Eric Bischoff was so irresponsible. It wasn't Eric Bischoff's fault. It was the AOL Time Warner merger.
Yes.
And you get all of these brains who don't know wrestling.
That's pro wrestling.
Trying to tell wrestling minds how to run a wrestling business. And so for me, that's what it reeks of here for me, is that there are minds in the anthem business. Scott D'Amore from Team Canada, and that wasn't his first go around. I don't know his history. I imagine it's way longer than Team Canada, right? But yeah, right. So for him to be like, hey, I need this budget. Let's get some more superstars. Let's build this thing. And for them to be like, especially when pro wrestling is at its hottest. It's at the hottest it's ever been. Yes. If we're going to keep it a buck, it's at the hottest it's ever been. So to take that wrestling mind and disregard his wrestling mind for your wrestling business, there's a disconnect there that that don't click for me. It don't click for me. So I was surprised to see this.
Yeah, because he definitely left the imprint with TNA wrestling, especially with the roster too. He had a definitely heavy-handed with developing that roster the way he got it, the way he was. Shout out to what he did with the Good Brothers when they got released from WWE. He signed them to Impact, and I love the story for the Good Brothers. You know, they pretty much keep the same characters how they are. They were just being fools, all about money. You know. And I love their story as well. It was fun. And Scott D'Amore, he gave that chance. He was able to shine a light on the Good Brothers that I wasn't able to see at the time when they was with WWE. And I appreciate that with Scott D'Amore, especially the opportunities that he give for wrestlers and Impact. You know, I always say that. You know, when certain wrestlers get released from WWE, always like, hey man, you should go to Impact first or TNA wrestling first. Mustafa, when he got released, I was like, maybe he should go to TNA because of the opportunities, the roster, the stories you can tell. You know, they can do. They don't have the budget of WWE, but if you're trying to tell a story, if you want to get across, Impact is the way to do it. You know, hey, no knock to AEW, they just telling stories more in the ring. But I see if you're trying to get noticed, in professional wrestling, you know, you got to tell that story everywhere, just not inside the ring. You got to be everywhere. You got to cover all your bases, right? And Impact gets that. That's why I appreciate Impact.
I feel that. And they are not the joke of a company that people try to portray them as years ago. Like it used to be LOL TNA. That's a long gone era. Like they are a viable. I'd say as far as I guess rank, if you're gonna rank them, I would say they're in third of just there's WWE, and I think the novelty of TNA with some of the names that the novelty of AEW, them being new and the names they've signed and the excitement around it, I think that makes them the number two company. If there's a number two, I think the past history of TNA makes it hard for them to get out of number three, but they are not the joke of a company that people thought they were years ago, for sure.
Yeah, big facts. Shout out to Front Row at the Fight. He said Triple H has been the GOAT since 1997. Thankfully, he's getting his flowers in 2024.
Right.
Appreciate the engagement. Get your ones up for Front Row at the Night. Freak Maniac says, I thought it was David Arquette that ruined WCW.
That was ready to rumble.
Yeah. And then Front Row at the Fight, he says, I expect Seth to challenge Bloodline Rock to a match at Mania. Hey man, when we was discussing this earlier, I think everything is on the table. All right, everything is on the table. Whatever your guess, I'm not gonna say, hey, that couldn't happen. I'm gonna say that possibly could happen, perhaps. That perhaps
they got options.
Yeah. And we got
options.
he is the reason Jade Chung is a ring announcer. Big fast. Yes, Scott Dearmore for Jade. All right. So let's get back into it. We thank everybody for the great engagement for the night.
Yeah.
This great Pro Wrestling Thursday with my bloodline brother Juv, the grandsire of the hard camera, getting that THC. That's what they be doing, getting that good THC.
We lucked into that. We lucked into that.
Yeah.
One day I was like, the hard camera,
Oh, yep.
And there we are. Here we are.
All right. And we got the last topic for the night. Close it. Because my bloodline sister was talking about AEW women's division. But I thought, hey, not only talk about women's division, let's talk about a certain superstar who now is on the nose. Who's going to be showing up March 13th. I have an announcement.
Right.
March 13th. That's right. Mercedes Moné makes her grand debut in Boston at the TD Garden. It is going down. It is decided. She has chosen to go with A-Dub. I'm gonna hold my thoughts right now. I'm gonna wait. All right. But I will let Juv the Grandsire take it away. What's your thoughts? Mercedes Moné showing up to AEW.
It's another one of those, hey, what do you want your goals to be situations? Because me and Big Ren, shout out to Big Ren, my other half on the hard camera, we were talking about the idea of this a couple episodes ago. And my first thought was Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, she deserves a spot in this new hotbed of mainstream wrestling. There's no way around it. She deserves a spotlight. I'm also on record as saying that I wish. Here's the thing: she's not there yet. She's not there yet.
But
right?
Come on, man.
Right.
Come on. You know Tony Khan. Wink, 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 wink.
Yeah. I would have preferred her to go back to WWE. Now, again, I don't know her motivations. I don't know her story. That's just me believing that she deserves the grandest stage possible. I really enjoy her work. So I want to see her on the grandest stage possible. Yeah, there are other matches you could have on that AEW roster. Tony Storm, Mercedes Moné, and Timeless Tony Storm.
Timeless Tony. Yeah.
That's some money there. You could do the Deonna Purrazzo match. When Britt Baker comes back, you can have that match. So there are matches you can have. I'm a little more interested in the Sasha Banks, new Bianca Belair, who she is now. Becky Lynch, who she is now. Whenever Charlotte comes back, even though Charlotte doesn't seem to evolve her character the same way.
That is true.
But Bayley, the new Asuka, Kairi Sane, Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley. Like, I'm more engaged in those potential stories, and I just want to see her on the grandest stage possible. If this works for her, though, salute. If you love it, I like it because it's her life, whatever her goals are.
That's true.
But so I'm just more so happy that she'll be getting a spotlight in this new hotbed of American pro wrestling.
Well said. I'm somewhat the same sentiment. So here's the thing. Hey, what she feels what she wants to do, she can do that. All right. If she feel, hey, I can make my name in AEW, that's what you think. That's what you think.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I see with AEW when it comes to star power and specifically the women's division. And this is where I get nervous. So remember when they had a big signing for Saraya, all right? And she said she was going to leave an imprint. She was going to leave a mark. Where is she? Where's the imprint? Where's the spotlight? You play a lot of supporting roles, and that's cool, but I'm worried now because you're a celebrity. You was in a movie. You have a movie based on your background, your history.
Right.
And that's how Tony sees you. That's how Tony sees the women's division. That's how Tony sees Jade being champion for over 500 days, but yet you're just regulated to Rampage. You can't grow that. You can't make it seem bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when Mercedes Moné comes in? I believe that I'm not going to see a change. I think we're going to get the same, but I think what's going to happen is what it's going to suck too. She's going to take some of the time from what the women's already getting, and it's going to be dedicated to Mercedes Moné now. All right. Now it's because I don't see multiple women matches. We don't get that. It's regulated to like, all right, we got one women's match and maybe 1 to 2 stories, and that's it. Nothing outside of that realm. Okay. This is where the focus is at. And I think that's what's going to happen with Mercedes Moné. You're going to see a lot of her, which is going to help. What's not going to help, but it's going to be a detriment to her aura. Seeing her every day is going to kill that. It's going to make it seem like she's not that special. All right. I believe less is more. That's right. Less is more, sir. Especially if you're trying to build that superstar. If you're trying to get that superstar mystique, which Mercedes Moné, if you're claiming that you are, that's how it should be presented. But if you're going to be presenting the same old, hey, every week we see her, maybe she's in matches, but every week we see her in matches too, I think it's going to kill her star part, and she's going to find it real quick that there is a peak when it comes to developing star power for AEW. And I could possibly see Mercedes Moné back in WWE maybe the following year. Yeah, because she's going to see how their structure is, their infrastructure or lack thereof. You know, yeah, you got freedom, but what's freedom without, you got to still have boundaries though. All right. And you see how that works within a place like that for AEW. There's some things that work and then some things that don't work that kind of bleed into not being professional at the end of the day.
I think it speaks to a lot of things. I think she'll be back in WWE because she is who she is, but I don't think it has to do with so much of AEW itself. I don't want to keep throwing out the thing with AEW is that I don't think they necessarily lacked a certain professionalism. They just lacked the professionalism in the sense that there's going to be shit stories everywhere. There are things happening in WWE that we're just not hearing about, maybe not to the large detriment of AEW, but I think it might be a little overstated that they're just not a professional company. I think Sasha Banks is going back to WWE because she is still Sasha Banks and it is still WWE, right? So I can see this as her believing in who she is, that she's going to have the name and ability to come back to WWE, but right now, let's go do these other things, these other options, because she still loves the business. She grew up on Japanese wrestling, the Eddie Guerreros. So I think she'll take that time at AEW, right? I think with that, it's similar to the Trinity Naomi situation in that, like, especially when the regime change happened, we could totally see them both going back. But Trinity gets to go ply her trade, learn some other holes elsewhere, bring some name recognition to TNA and leave it in a better place when she left it, which I think Mercedes Moné is going to do the same thing. She'll bring some face value, some eyes to AEW, leave it in a better place than she left it, and then eventually go back to the big machine, right? Again, I think it also speaks to we need more of a creative direction. I think the sports presentation, again, is why a lot of people feel the way they do. They tell stories not the same way as people are used to, right? Mm-hmm. But here's a big thing, too, that I think is a thing with the AEW women's division. And this will be, like, controversial.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of fact, right? Let's look at the WWE women's division. They weren't always the WWE women's division.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you had Team Bad and Team PCB and Absolution, it still took a minute to take off. And we still had bra and panties matches. We still had like women's sports in general does not get the love and attention of male sports. Women's boxing, right. Women's basketball, women's tennis, except for Serena and Venus, right?
Yeah.
The women's side of sports just doesn't get that love anyway. So we can add women's wrestling to the mix, and you get that niche fan who's going to enjoy pro wrestling, period. But again, if it's about opening up to new eyes, casual fans. I had an ex-girlfriend. I took her to a SmackDown one day.
Yeah.
And it was years ago. It was a Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair last man standing match. It was like 2018 on SmackDown. And she's not a fan, but she was captivated because she loves gymnastics. And so they're hitting springboards off the rope, and then I'm teaching her about crowd control.
Yeah.
Like, so she got caught into it that way, but she also had me to explain the other stuff.
I got you. Okay.
The casual fan, they're going to see two women wrestling and then not have anybody explain the other stuff to draw them in emotionally. So I think the sports presentation and the lack of, again, they want to grow, but it's the same way WWE is self-made right now in a sense of mainstream. Like, hey, before when it was mainstream involvement, it was, hey, look at us, love us, it's mainstream.
Yeah.
WWE is so hot off the strength of just being WWE. AEW doesn't have that same luxury because nobody knows them yet.
No, and they're not, and their demographic is very different compared to WWE. WWE is more broader, families, women support the women's division. So that's why if it's a subtle misstep in the women's division for WWE, the women gonna be like, hey, hey. But yet we're still 5 years for AEW. And we're still in the same situation that the ladies were in the first, and it's quiet, it's crickets because AEW don't cater to the women, so they don't have a women demographic to support women. Exactly. That's why you don't hear an outcry because the women are not saying anything. Actually, the men don't care either. Except, remember, you got the outliers like me. I care about women's wrestling. You know, I always talk like, man, I think 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, you told me to be patient with the women's division for AEW.
And I'm gonna keep saying it. And I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, it's like, look, like Saraya and Ruby Soho. I've never been a Ruby Soho fan, even in WWE, right?
Yeah.
But they've got an interesting story going on when Saraya went behind Ruby Soho's back and messed up her relationship with, was it Matt Parker? Was it Matt Parker? That's his last name, right? So they got a story there. They've included Anna Jay, right? So they do have a story there. But when you talk about stars, like the WWE brand is so strong, partially because in 1988, it was all about Florida Man. In 1998, it was all about Stone Cold Steve Austin. But in 2024, you've got Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair. They have stars. AEW just hasn't figured that part out yet because of the product they choose to present and who they choose to present to.
I think you just mentioned it too. And this is why I say, this is why Tony Khan is a prime example of why fans shouldn't run a wrestling company because he's missing an important step. WWE figured, hey, I figured that out as a content creator. Branding matters. Branding, networking matters. That's how you grow. That's how I'm able to grow on multiple platforms because I know how to grow platforms. And I think Tony hasn't figured that out yet of the branding. He's all about the best dream matches, the professional wrestling. That's cool. But how are you going to grow your product? How are you going to grow your female demographic to take notice so you can keep growing it, man, instead of just keeping it I am fine. We're right here. We're right here.
Right.
All right. And
Right.
yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
That's a great point. I think it's 2 things for me, right? And then we talked about goals for the wrestlers themselves.
Yeah.
What are his goals for the company? How does he want to portray the company, right? What are his goals for the company? But also, he has success. He owns the Jaguars. I mean, him and his family own the Jaguars. They own, was it Fulham PC? I don't know my soccer teams. Fulham
Yeah,
FC.
they own a soccer team over there.
Yeah.
in the
So
UK.
that includes branding, marketing. Maybe again, certain goals they want with AEW. Maybe there's certain techniques they're using with those other sports teams that they're trying to incorporate with AEW. Maybe they're using them and it's not working the same way because it's a different niche product. Or maybe it is just a direct passion product to where he just wants to display pro wrestling and he knows he's going to at least be number 2. I don't think there's any way anyone's going to sit here and think they're going to ever just take over the WWE brand, right? That's a 10-year, $5 billion deal with Netflix, right? Like if you look at the YouTube subscribers, you take the NFL, NBA, and MLB YouTube subscriber numbers, put that number together and double it, and WWE has 20 million more subscribers than that number.
Wow. After still doubling it,
right? You don't take over that brand, but you can be the strong number 2.
Yeah.
For however long. They got the paper. They're not going anywhere. Even
They got the financial
deal.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. So maybe he's content with being the strong number 2 and present it the way that it is, because it's unrealistic to be like the last time we had a chance for anyone to be a strong number 2 that could overtake number 1 was 23 years ago.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Those were the times.
Those were the times. And you had to be outside for it. 25 years ago, because shit fell down after 98. You know what I'm saying? After the AOL Time Warner merger.
Switching channels back and forth. But I was still WWE. I would just go to WCW when commercial. And then I'd be like, all right, let me see if the commercial. Okay, cool.
Yeah. WWF guy, but I was watching both. And I was invested in both. But if you had to choose,
If you had to choose. Oh man, well, this has been fun. All right. I think we got everything in. The Roman Reigns, Cody, the Seth, The Rock.
Yeah.
What happened against Shrink Mellow Gang? No more.
Oh man.
Yeah, Scott D'Amore, Mercedes Moné.
Yep.
Making her grand debut March 13th. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Bro, it's the first week of February, and there has just been a year's worth of wrestling news.
Yo, it's I'm full.
Dog.
One more.
Dog. Can I digest the Netflix deal before I get this? Dog, relax. Portion control, please.
Right. Just give me a little bit, just a little sliver.
Yeah,
man. Little sliver.
Dog. What a time. What a time.
Oh, appreciate that, sis. Nice meeting you, Grandsire.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for having me. Salute. Love the community. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a great pro wrestling community.
Yeah.
That we in. If you want to dive in, if you like this the positive space, we have a great Discord channel. It's our Bloodline Table community. We talk about everything, walks of life, pro wrestling, sports, movies, entertainment. And if you got something to get off your chest, we got a subject there too. Hey, I need to get off my chest. You feel better? Cool. Let's move forward. That's what it's all there for. We're all about positivity. And do I manage that? No. I got my bloodline sister, Courtney, the Wonder Woman. She responsible. I gave her the responsibility. She managed that. That's her thing. She's the head of the table over there. So you go in there, acknowledge her, and she'll embrace you with open arms.
Love. You created multiple tables.
There we go. Miss Elements, can you drop the Discord chat for me? Thank you, Miss Elements. What a great mod for the night, Miss Elements. Shout out to Miss Elements.
Yeah.
Doing her thing. Modding the chat over there on the Twitch. I think I might have her do her thing on the other platform. Mr. Botrix is cool, but he was lazy these last couple of days. He didn't want to show up to work on Twitch. Like, brother, I'm here on Kick. That's good enough. Nah, it don't be half-assing. That's why I got Miss Elements. You know what, Miss Elements? I like the way you work. I like the way you do your business. I might have you just hold it down for all of the chat, all the platforms going forward.
Got to use the whole ass. All of it. All the ass. You can't just have
Oh, man. But I think it's a great way to close it down. Miss Elements, can you please play my music? Thank you. Turn it up for me, too. Put up that volume that I like.
Hey.
You're gonna get there how I like it. You're gonna understand my speed. Right there.
You got some slaps. You got some slaps on here. I was, yeah.
Woo. Oh, you know what? I saw you. Matter of fact.
Yeah. You got some slaps on here.
We was in that countdown window. I saw you. You was like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. My countdown,
Shooting producers one time.
Hey, I found that on camera right there. Those 2 beats right there. Put the whole presentation together, and I'm like, hey, right there. I like that beat.
That's
that
hard.
beat. I'm like, oh shit. First time I heard it, I was like, oh,
Big
yeah.
slap.
But this has been a great night of professional wrestling. Juv The Grandsire, thank you for graciously answering the call, coming through my bloodline, brother. Reuniting with this great pro wrestling talk. The wrestling gods, the universe decided, like, you know what? We got something aligned, and we're gonna have these guys take the opportunity.
Hey,
So
keep
Juv
us
The Grandsire, let the people know where they can find you at, brother.
For sure. Hit the Twitter page or the IG page, Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Check out the Hard Camera on Instagram. Me and Big Ren, the legendary, my tag team partner. The Hard Camera, wrestling news, wrestling predictions, and then we blend in, some life talk. It's mature, it's immature, it's hilarious. Sometimes it's insensitive, but it's always we always try to be insightful, even when we're completely ridiculous. The Hard Camera, check us out, man. Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Breaker Radio, Public, Amazon. We out here. The Hard Camera, the podcast. Thank you again for having me, my guy. It was a blast.
Grandsire, the honor was mine. The honor was mine, sir. Grandsire, we would not be here without your knowledge, without the conversation that we had. Like,
my man.
Pro wrestling? Yeah, like, what?
Dog.
Let's talk. Sidebar.
Dog. Sometimes those life decisions, man, I get fascinated with the trillions of decisions that were made outside of us that led to us being in this room somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Somebody had to get fired at my job for me to make space to be at that job. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I walk in, and all of a sudden, we're having a conversation.
We are.
Nice to meet you. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. That's what you do? Oh,
Facts.
Radio? Oh, word? Oh, come on, wrestling. Hold on, what wrestling you talking about? Wrestling?
Right.
Professional wrestling.
That's the question. That's always a question. Yeah, hold on. What kind of wrestling?
Right.
What
I had to
kind?
ask that. What kind of wrestling you talking about?
What kind though? Yup. So salute to that dude who got caught stealing boxes on his day off. That let me get hired on that day.
Oh man.
And here we are.
Here we are right now. Oh,
Straight up.
Yeah, appreciate it, Grandsire. Appreciate you coming through. Yes. If you're enjoying this great conversation, if you're enjoying the content, we got lots of more content. We got professional wrestling content. We got gaming content. We got get off your chest content, mental health content for audio. We got trailer reactions. We got movie, TV shows, reactions like Amazon Reacher. All that on your central home of entertainment. TheBloodlineENT.com/store. Oh, yo, pleasure. And speaking of for your pleasure, make sure you take advantage of the merch. Yes, you think I was gonna forget about the merch? I never forget about the merch. Never, ever in a million years. You make sure you get our coffee cups, you get our notebooks, our phone cases, our t-shirts, our tanks, our beach towels. That's right. I ain't ran the numbers. I ain't told this brother too. Hey, all right, people are burning their ass out there. Yes, burning their ass off that hot ass sand. Even out there, everywhere. All right, if you're in Brazil, if you're in Mexico, if you're in Australia, all right, down in the southern hemisphere right now where it's warm, get your ass off that hot ass sand, all right, and protect it. Because we got a 3-step process. You don't want to heed the warning. You don't want to do it? Fine. I got a 3-step process. Take a picture, trend you on the X app, that's known as Twitter, trend you on the Instagram app too. Then I'm gonna proceed you to put you on my new commercial. Yes, this summer. You think I'm playing? You think I'm fucking playing? No, I'm not. It's going down. I'm gonna put you on my new commercial with my son because you decided not to protect your ass. Now we're gonna trend your ass. We're gonna make your ass famous. TheBloodlineENT.com/store. Oh, yo, pleasure, as my son would say, for Joe pleasure. He gets a kick out of that now. Oh man, but this has been fun. Let me get the right graphic up. All right, let me get the right graphic up because there we go. There we go. The King, Roman Reigns, you should be on that side, but for aesthetic reasons, you all the way over there, Tribal Chief. I gotta deal with the Rock. I gotta deal with the Rock. You don't want to know. I don't know what you want, Rock. Man, what you trying to cause now, bro? Man, you slapping motherfuckers now, bro?
They got us again. They did it again. Damn it.
Man. Yep, they did it again. Oh, man. Well, that's been fun. All right. That's that guy over there. This guy right there. That guy. My guy. Juv The Grandsire. I'm Devin the Tribal Chief. For your pleasure. It is decided.
Now I gotta split.